Aurangabad, India. 200 miles northeast of Mumbai stands a monolithic temple complex known as the Ellora Caves. These 34 sites of worship, extending over a mile, were carved out of a high cliff and are believed to date back to between 600 and 1000 AD. Cave 16, known as Kailash Temple, is a massive shrine to Lord Shiva. At 3 stories high, it stands twice as tall as the Parthenon in Athens. And archaeologists believe it was chiseled out of the hillside, starting at the top and ending at the bottom. Some historians estimate that construction of the temple required the removal of over 400,000 tons of rock. But even more incredible is that mainstream archaeologists propose that this feat was accomplished in just 18 years.
If people worked every day for that 18 years, for 12 hours straight with no breaks, then they would have to have removed 5 tons of rock every hour. This is 10,000 pounds of rock every hour. In reality, such a feat is not even possible today with modern technology.
If it happened in 18 years, it's very hard to account for the volume of material that was removed. As an engineer, it is my belief that Kailash Temple would not have taken just 18 years. It would have taken more, close to a century. It is very, very hard to believe even now how this was accomplished.
Another baffling fact is that if they removed 400,000 tons of rocks, they have to be thrown away somewhere. But we do not find any evidence of rocks being piled up nearby. It hasn't been used to build any other temples or any other structure. Where did all that rock go?
Could humans living over 1,000 years ago really have constructed Kailash Temple in only 18 years? And if so, how is it that all the rock that was excavated has simply disappeared? Perhaps further clues can be found by examining a powerful device described in the ancient Vedic texts.
Interestingly, there is a device called Bhaumastra mentioned in the ancient Vedic texts. This high-tech machine would be able to quickly drill into the rock and basically vaporize it. This could basically change the rock into air. This device was mentioned multiple times in ancient Vedic texts, which was used to mine for precious stones and metals. Could this be how Kailash Temple was built?
Is it possible that the Bhaumastra machine described in the Vedic texts was really a technological device that existed on Earth thousands of years ago? Ancient astronaut theorists say yes, but suggest it was used not to build Kailash Temple from the top down, as mainstream scholars propose, but carved out the structure from the bottom up.
One of the more mysterious aspects of the site of Ellora are the tunnels that seem to go nowhere at the site. Some of them turn at odd angles, some go as deep as 40 feet. Now, the reasons for this are, for the most part, unknown.
This is one of the tunnels leading underground at the Kailash Temple. You can see that the local authorities have fenced this off. But if you look through this hole, you can see that this tunnel goes vertically down. Local authorities believe that tunnels like these lead to a vast underground city under Kailash Temple.
What could be the purpose for these tunnels below Kailash Temple? And why are they fenced off from the public? In 1876, renowned English spiritualist Emma Hardinge Britten published Ghostland, in which she writes of hidden tunnels beneath the Ellora Caves and the meetings of a secret cabal of mystics in an underground city. Britten tells of spiritually contacting a mysterious figure named Cavalier Louis, who witnessed the clandestine society.
Cavalier Louis states that he was taken into the site of Ellora, where he was led through a secret passageway into an underground chamber. The underground chamber opened up into a huge amphitheater, and there were these wondrous metallic thrones that were being charged with powerful galvanic batteries that rose up into the air. And seated on these thrones were 7 mysterious hooded figures. But the most interesting one was the one in the center, who spoke and yet was not always there. His body shimmered in and out of physical space and time.
But why would vast rooms and tunnels exist deep underground beneath Kailash Temple? Ancient astronaut theorists suggest this could be further evidence that Lord Shiva has a connection with the Great Flood.
We have the great deluge that changed the face of the earth and forced people underground. So you have to wonder, is this some kind of ancient city, many thousands of years old, that was once some kind of extraterrestrial base? And as the water receded, they create this temple from underground. Presently, archaeologists date the Kailash Temple from the 5th to the 10th century AD, but there's nothing in the temple that really gives it a date. And in fact, like many things in ancient India and around the world, these temples may be much, much older than the mainstream archaeologists are saying.
Could it be that hidden beneath Kailash Temple is an underground alien city? And if so, would this prove that the being Hindus call Shiva was really an extraterrestrial visitor who gave technology to an earlier race of humans and ultimately destroyed them? Perhaps further clues can be found by examining a sacred icon believed to hold extraordinary power.